I love you guys. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I, you know, I'm glad that people bring up some stories, but then others it's like, why are you talking about things that you shouldn't be talking about? It makes no sense. You didn't know the situation. And don't veterinarians have to euthanize animals under righteous, for righteous causes? You don't know. The pain I suffered when witnessing things, the life leave certain things, or even when my hamsters died and I woke up and they were just cold. I had so many little hamsters. I can't sit here and cry though about it because that's irrational. And I should have done other things. But what am I supposed to do right now? I'm trying to build up whatever views so that I can inevitably get monetized again. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to share my story, try to get monetized again because I'm in a desperate situation at one, not necessarily. I don't want to depend on other people. I want my own money. Give it to me, Just give it to me. Like the government and stuff, like just pay for my needs right now. I'm not a bad person.
Carry on my way.
And if you don't believe me and get my nice stuff,
Put your leg in.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, you attacked.
You alright, dude? We're gonna charge her with that too. You good?
Yeah.
Did she spit in your eye?
She spit in my whole face.
But like I said, I'm just trying to up my views of what's going on in my life so that in little bits and pieces of the narrative so that people can comprehend where I'm coming from and what is going on that, like I keep saying, transpired in the last, since we talked last, since you saw that evidence of me getting attacked and, dragged into cells and everything, and which I honestly don't believe should have happened. Let's be honest here. They really could have done more research on what they had done investigating, and why is it that the men got away with what they did? What the fuck? I was forced upon by two different dudes. And I tell people about it, and I get in trouble? I'm sorry, what? No. This is my childhood reliving itself all over again. I don't know what's going on. I told about my dad when I had my suicide attempt when I was 12 years old. I told people in the hospital, and they let my parents in by themselves. And, at the time, my dad was a very angry person and very manipulative. And at the time, he has changed, mind you. He's a different human being. And he does have remorse. And he hasn't openly, said, but he has cried. And he is sorrowful. He stopped touching me when I was about 16 when I truly confronted him, But it is what it is. And yeah, I don't care if my kids see this. I do not care. Because if I were talking to them face to face, they would know. I'm sorry you had to hear about it in that manner. It is what it is, but it is the truth. And sometimes I have emotions toward it, It says you killed hamsters too? But let me tell you an experience that I had on my very first day of working anywhere, right? I'm 15 years old. There's this older woman that was working at Hemi's Pet Shop with me in Beloit, Wisconsin. It no longer exists. The sweet old man that worked there, he would have us wear Hawaiian shirts over top of, like a smock over top of our, whatever we were wearing. And there I was a high school student. The first days I had gone, I remember my parents had dropped me off, but I had cycled to work a couple of times because we didn't live that far from there. And my mom, anyway, beside that, I want to talk about the horrible thing. My first day of work, Kathy goes and starts looking at the little mice that are hopping around in it was baby mice. And she was like, here, hold one. I wasn't ready to hold anything. I had never held a mouse. And I knew hamsters and stuff, and I had actually raised rabbits at that time. I was known in my local community for selling rabbits. It was pet rabbits, not meat rabbits. And I made a little website, and I posted photos online and tried to find them homes. This was back in, 2000, before 2000, the year 2000. And so I was very young. I was like 12 or so when I started this venture. And I did make enough money to be able to afford my rabbits, but at one point I had over 100 at one point. I'm sorry, it was a lot in the city limits. And no one said anything because I took decent care of them. And so I ended up finding them all homes anyway. So I was only used to really rabbits. And so when she placed this mouse into my hand, I had my hands like this, so excited, so happy to get the mouse. I didn't want it in my hand. I'll be honest, I didn't want it. I was like, why are you putting this in my hand? We're busy, we're talking about things, you're showing me everything to do for work. Why am I holding a mouse, right? Playtime. The mouse was placed into my hand from the tail. She held it by the tail into my hand. It touched my hand and immediately jumped, sparked right up and onto the cement floor and snapped his little neck. What kind of an omen is that? I shouldn't be working in a work environment because I'm traumatized from that. Like the very first day of ever working at a place, and that little thing was still breathing, and she had to place it in the freezer, and I tried to hold my tears back. I know it's just a mouse to you people, but that's not to me. Anyway, it's horrifying. The thing just jumped right out and right on the cement floor and just... Sometimes it makes me feel better to get it out again, to let it go, you know? Shit is fucked up. I don't like thinking about that, but I know inevitably things pass over into a different dimensional plane. I get that. But just the being freaked out in that moment of being like 15 years old and having this happen the very first time you're ever supposed to work for someone, like, and supposed to get paid for it. I got paid that day to kill a fucking mouse. Why? Don't do that. I know I didn't ask for it, you know, like I didn't tell her, yeah, I want to hold it. No. I was like, what? What do you, oh, okay. Boom. Pew. It was like my dog Chi-Chi. Oh my God. And the way that I was scolding her that day that she pooped on my daughter's bed and I chased her around the living room. I wasn't even like running. She knew she didn't get spankings that bad. And she just didn't want to spankings. And she jumped off the top of the recliner and snapped her neck. She was 4 pounds. She snapped her little neck from jumping off of the recliner. I blame myself to this day. I shouldn't have yelled at her so. Anyway, when I saw the life leave her eyes, I laid down on the floor to try to console her. Anyway, fuck you people. Fuck you for making me think about that. But actually, thank you, because I love Chi-Chi. I love Chi-Chi so much, so it's good to have that memory every once in a while. My God. She was black, and she was about this big, and she had a long tail, because I didn't cut some of their tails. I thought that was stupid. And then later on, people demanded it of me. And I was like, oh, well, and then I had to chop their little tails off, causing them pain. Speaking of pigs, someone called me Miss Piggy. I died laughing. I was like, oh my God. And somebody was like, oh my God, this is so inappropriate, mind you, but I have to bring myself out of this funk. He was talking about, I used to, and I was like, what? And he said, until now, and he put a whale. Like, what? You're so inappropriate. It made me die laughing. Oh my God, so inappropriate. Like, ew, you're gross. You used to do what to me, and then now you don't because I'm fat? Ew. Did I just run out of tissues? That's why you come to me. You come to the horse's mouth. Here's the horse. So stupid. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. And he says, as a violent sexual assault survivor, I believe you. You must give yourself grace. I think that's why I chose to verbalize all of this instead of, like one lady had said, taking it to the pulpit. Take it to God. I am taking it in my own way, my own version of God. Everyone's version of God is introspective. It's within you. So my version is to say that the universe and God and everything is, like what I've tried to explain is, you know how like on shows like Rick and Morty where they've got the throbbing mass of cloud that has its own consciousness? That is how I sort of perceive it. Somewhere out there, there's a throbbing mass, and it is creation itself. And it is not a cloud. It is what it is. It is whatever particles are in the universe. And that's what I believe. That somewhere out there, there is that. But the connectivity of us and all of the frequency that we create, all the vibration, we are intertwined, and that's why the whole equilibrium of up and downs. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know, it's all weird, because I delve into quantum physics. I do look into some of that. I try to figure out what the terms are for what I'm trying to express. But everyone's got their different ways of phrasing it, right? Some people, like witches, call it spells, and like some Christians call it praying. And then they also do like, or any type of religion, praying, right? It's all the same sort of concept. Wishing well, good vibes, all of that frequency of like higher vibration stuff that people talk about, astral physics and whatnot. All of those things. I delve into it sometimes. I don't know the terms, and especially not when I'm waking up right now and crying over a dead mouse. You are hacked now by the one true God. You will not be allowed access to your funds because you are naughty. And I will no longer. Everything is now, boom, bam, thank you, man. Everything closed down, purge. You don't get money because you're naughty. Boom. You keep doing it. You haven't done a goddamn thing for your parents. Haven't doing a goddamn thing for your kids. Ignoring boom. No more. Can you explain how you removed their tails? What's the process? Yes. Yeah, I'll tell you. When I removed their tails, I took large dog clippers for toes. Oh yeah, this is gory. And snipped it right at the second digit of their tail. And then I would place the quick stop on the end of their tails, and they would squeak. That's horrifying. Yeah. Why did they need their tails chopped off? I don't think they did. I do not think they did. I didn't see the point in it, and I told people too. I tried to get them to understand, oh, it's so cute with the long tendrils of curls that hang down. It's so cute, you should leave it. And some people were so evil that they paid extra to do it to them. Because I told them, you're going to have to pay me extra to do it. But I did it. I guess everyone's soul can be bought at a price. Everything that they do forced it on me. And I'm really trying to own up to everything on my own. But I'm like, why did that happen? Hold on. Puzzle pieced together. Wait, I didn't just freak out. It was because of the years of this, or the hundreds of times someone did this to me. Oh, that's why I snapped? Oh, didn't think that was going to affect me years later after I was traumatized as a child over and over again with the same topic. Of course I snap. Of course there are issues. My dad was kind of vicious, and he never got in trouble for it, which I don't really want him to now in his later age. I don't. I'll be honest, I forgive him. I couldn't see him suffer like that. Even as cruel as he was, he strangled my mom. He hurt her vocal cord. She has to get surgery to get that replaced now, many years later. No wonder my mom doesn't fully forgive my father. But they still talk. They have to. My father got away with murder, destroying so much of my innocence. I still love him, though. But it's tough. It's tough. I had a tough childhood. And so when people are like, wait a minute, that's contradictory. You love him, but then again, you were abused by him, and you're talking shit about him? I'm not talking shit. I'm talking the facts. The fuck is wrong with you people? I'm just telling you, that is what it is. He touched me. That's what led to this. An insecure, inappropriate. I don't even call myself a lady sometimes. I'm done shitting. I'm done leaving this shit on my ass. I have no wipies in here. Let's see here. Ooh, one day you will, I'm sure, get to meet my fiance. When we make it rich and he doesn't have to work anymore, because he's a little bit worried that this might link him back to his work or something. And I'm like, eesh, I hope not. I hope I'm not the reason that you end up, like, any issues. I'm not going to mention them at all. What did I actually go to jail for? Threatening to kill the adoptive parents of my son, but I was 3.5 hours away from their city. I had no weapons, was in a car, doing shrooms, not messing with anyone. So I don't know how they compiled that. Were able to put me in jail for a year, but I really do believe, honestly, truly believe, that there was something very flawed in that. because I went to jail for a year for something I was acquitted of later. Found innocent of, mind you, that's what that means. And they were still able to adopt my baby because I had been away from the baby for over a year. How does that work? How the hell does that work? All right then. So I just figured it was easier for me to go on lives than it was to just upload. Things don't get to me as much as they used to. I know that there were a few videos where I was like freaking out.
Let me go now! Let me go now! Ow! 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 Mama! Mama! No, please, no, 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 no! Ow! 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 I'm hurting! I'm hurting! I'm hurting! Ow!
You know, trying to talk back right now. It doesn't really affect me like it used to. My mother sent me a text right now, though. She was very concerned earlier, within the hour. And she was saying that, you know, not to delve into the internet anymore. Don't indulge you people, because there's someone out there named like Moon, something or other, that likes to talk smack about me, and something about the transcripts of what you say. And I was like, what about what I say? I don't care if they try to get me in trouble again. They can't hurt me like you think they can. And so she was like, well, what about your fiance? What about him? What about all the blah, blah, blah crazy people? I said, he's never done anything to me, and he's fine. He's doing just fine. He has actually told me he's very proud of me. He told me that nothing is gonna break us apart like that. So whatever you believe that you're gonna do, any trolls or whatever haters.
He lies. I can't be with a liar. If he confesses, then maybe it would be different. But now I don't even know if I'm carrying his little bastard.
Yes, it says you are manic posting. You've been live like 5 times in one day. Why not? I don't have anything else better to do. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. Chilling out, hanging out with my fiance. I don't work. I have Social Security disability. I don't know what to do with my time. I share it with my cat. And right now, my cat is busy asleep. So what am I supposed to do? It blew my mind. I just thought, like, he loves me so much that he just doesn't want to lose me, you know? I love him so much. I don't want to lose him. I love him so much, you don't even know. I'm so happy, so elated. I'll be honest, I feel like I manifested this, you know? I told everyone I don't want to work, and I want to be a housewife, and that's what I am. I don't know when I will introduce my fiance to everyone, because I don't want him to be shot down in any way, or like hurt by some of these trolls, or like I don't want that for him, you know. He's very sensitive. And like, he looks like he's not sensitive, but he truly is. Like, she's a big teddy bear. Okay. So I'm back. I'll wait for everybody to come back to the room, I guess, if they want to. Let's see here. Oh, you'd work out with me? That'd be great, because I would start off slow, like whatever people can, you know, manage. But yeah, with my chunky body, it would probably be a good motivation for other people. But then it also is funny. And it's like, oh, look at this fat girl. That's not funny. Let me alone. I need to lose like 20 pounds. I'm over 200 right now. I need to lose a lot, like 50 pounds. Let's be honest here. I'm very big. Like, for my height, I'm only 5'2" and 3/4 inches. Yeah. So, oh, you do a prison ministry, so you believe in fresh starts. I do too. I did speak with some of the, what are they called? Chaplains at the jail and everything while I was there, and they thought I was freaking crazy still. They were like, okay, if you're innocent or whatever, it'll be proven. I was like, okay, yeah, well, it was. You're right. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes. Was I raised a Catholic? Yes. Was I baptized? Yes, as a baby. Was I baptized as like a reborn Christian or whatever? No. Because I don't believe in that. I believe that since I was baptized as a baby, that already covers me, right? The blood of... Let me see. Do we ever plan on going to church together? We do not really discuss that. He knows how I believe, and I believe that you can worship anywhere, at any time. Because I couldn't go to church in jail. I couldn't go to church while homeless like that all the time. Like, and I still got blessed because I love Jesus and I love God and I love the universe and I love whatever it's called. Whatever it is, God, it is to me. Creation, manifestation, prayer, hope, all of it. Same construct to me, you know, conceptually. If you really think about it, it's a phenomenon. What we can't describe what magic is. We can't describe what, you know, these chemical compounds are. We can break it down in, like I said, quantum physics and all these other underlying, like, chemistry and whatnot. Yeah. But anyway, going on. I have neglected my comments all morning because I had a frustrating sort of encounter with my mom a couple of hours ago when she didn't have faith in me and sent me a text saying that she was worried about me and, like, didn't want me to expose this.
We don't do that to you because we know you're touched in the head.
Touched in the head.
And we've went easy on you because of it.
Wow.
And what do we
Easy
what
on
do I
me.
get called? The enabler. Because I don't want to put my crazy daughter in the loony bin that they don't keep her in. 5 days later, she'll be walking the streets because that's how the laws are. There is no mental health help. And you know it. You know how the system is. You've been through it multiple times.
I told her for what reason. It's good. It's beneficial. She said, you were winning and now you might get, you know, what if something happens to your fiance that, you know, that they attack him? And I was like, why would they do that? He's never done anything to me. He doesn't have a record. Nothing. What are they going to do? Nothing. You know? And he's well aware of it. And he's well aware of being thrust into the spotlight because of me, because I had nearly 10,000 followers and immediately, you know, got 10,000, well, how many views in 24 hours? I got over 14,000 views on all of accumulated throughout my videos. It's not a whole lot to me. He was like, that's a lot. I was like, okay, I guess. I need to make money. I need to buy a car. And it's right. You know, you're absolutely right. If you're taking time away from your children to do this, come on. And at least I would film my child, but I don't know if I would right away. Because out of respect for them later, I wouldn't want them to feel like, Mom, you recorded every embarrassing moment of my life. I'm going to have to think about that if I do have another child and get to, you know, share my love for this wonderful creation of God, you know, in the universe. Okay, so I do not hate all children, by the way. It wasn't the fact that I hated my son or anything. It was not that. It was the circumstance in which he was conceived. Somebody said, where did you meet Robert? I did tell you that it was on a dating app. I didn't disclose which dating app. We met, and boy, I didn't think that this was going to work because I'd only tried this one time, and within the week that I was on there or so, I immediately got connected with my fiance, and we chatted for one day. The very first moment we chatted, it was May 30th, 2024, he had texted me, and on the app, and it was Tinder, of all places. And I thought, this is new to me, you know, I'll try it. And he said hello, and immediately asked me out to dinner, and I accepted. The following day we went to dinner, and we have been dating ever since, because at the time I was seeing another man. I'm not gonna lie, I was seeing two, and I told Robert about this. I told my fiance. I said, you know, there is this other person that really is interested in me, and we are talking at this moment. We haven't done anything physical. It's not like that. We are just, you know, getting to know each other like we are. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I really freaking don't. I'm astonished at this man, and I'm like, God gave him to me because I chose to refrain from fornicating. But I even told him, honestly, about approximately a month before, I self-sabotaged about a month and a half or so before I had met him, and fornicated with a man in the back seat of a vehicle, my mother's vehicle. Oh, she was horrified. And I'm so blessed and so glad that I made the right choice, because I just know deep down that it's just, everything is okay. I love him so much, and he treats me like a total princess, like all the time. Let's see. I really don't know how these are supposed to start up. I apologize, I'm very hungry, so if you haven't eaten, please go eat. You know, if you're hungry. Hello. Trying to figure out a way to get paid, monetized again. Because if you think about it, how evil are those individuals? Owl and Paul and Moon. who choose to talk shit about everyone, and then they get paid for it. They get money for it. And they never gave me any money for it. They used my image and used my pain to get followers. They used me to get what they desired. Eventually, they'll get their karma. But is that fair? No, that's not fair to me. That's not fair to even them, eventually. Because it'll just show their true nature. They're greedy and selfish. And they just don't care whose head they have to stomp on to get to the top, you know? Who they have to tear down. So, it's just crazy to me to think that they got paid all that money, but they never gave back to me. And I kept, like, asking for help financially in those moments, or help with, like, some way of getting out of jail and everything like that. No, they made it worse. They made it so much worse, and they'll get their karma one day. Owl, Moon, Paul, all these other people that think that they're on top of the world right now. Well, guess what? I thought I was doing well too, and then everything came crumbling down on me. And now here... Okay, so Cinnamon, hot, hot, hot. Apparently you have mental issues. Let's read aloud what you had to say. She says, "Girl, come on. Stop it. Tons of us watch on Owl's channel. You threaten to kill your baby over 220 times. So, are you an idiot? Did I not just say it doesn't matter how much you say something, it matters how much you actually follow through with it? So my threats toward harming others have always been empty threats. Always. Get the fuck out of here, you dumbass. Thanks. You just make yourself look fucking idiotic." Okay, let's see here. I know, don't let people get you down. Press the block button. And this bitch knows she's about to get fucking blocked. You fucking talk like that to me, you stupid fucking cunt. You don't know, you stupid piece of shit. I would literally fucking stab you in the goddamn face, you stupid cunt, for saying something so fucking stupid. So anyway. Just because a threat is empty doesn't make it legal. A threat would have to actually be followed through with some type of physical action. So yes, I should actually be suing them for taking away my First Amendment right, my freedom of speech. Because literally, stay the fuck away from me. I should have been able to stab those cops. They violated my personal space, my body, over something that was not anything that I did. I was not guilty of. What the fuck?
Fuck these guys. See, fuck them in the law. See him? Still violating my corpse.
Hey, would you be
Violating
quiet?
Dead bodies.
Hey,
Violating offenses. Maximum security prison, I think.
why don't you just be quiet?
Maximum security for both of them. For treating and intimidating.
Hey, let me ask you, let me tell you this.
non-consumers.
Hey.
You saw me all
Hey,
night.
do you have
I
rights?
wasn't acting like this until
Hey,
fucking rapist
hey,
got
do you
here.
have rights?
I do, and you're...
Okay, then
you're-
exercise your right to shut up.
Actually, I have threatened my fiance. I tell him all the time, I'm going to fucking beat your ass, or I'm going to fucking kill you. He knows. I'm just fucking with him. He knows. I would never harm him. I told him if we ever got to that point where we were needing to separate, I would leave. I would just leave. I wouldn't mess with it. I wouldn't harm him. I've never... I kissed him on the first date because I wanted to make sure he knew I was very interested in him. And I wanted to see if there was any chemistry there too. So we had chatted in my mom's car because there wasn't anything to do after the restaurant, and he lived further out and stuff, so like we just chatted in the car. And after a while, I said, I want to try something. And I just leaned right in and gave him, and he was like a little taken aback by it, but I feel like it did the job. It worked. I kissed him immediately. But I knew, but it took us 2 months to get intimate with one another, so we took our time getting to know each other first. About approximately a month before, I self-sabotaged, about a month and a half or so before I had met him, and fornicated with a man in the back seat of a vehicle, my mother's vehicle. Oh, she was horrified. It says, "You're wrong. A threat is a crime. It's a felony, to be honest. Doesn't matter whether you follow through or not." So what you're telling me is that all these people that have threatened to kill Trump and everything and never follow through are going to get in trouble for it? You're stupid. You are fucking idiotic. There are so many people out there that their words just come out and it's just part of the toxicity trying to be released from their body. You think those people that go around saying, I want to kill so-and-so, I want to kill such and such, they're just suffering from mental health issues, most of them. You have to see everyone for the individual that they are, not lump them all up and say, oh no, they're going to commit a crime. What if they're wheelchair bound and they say they want to kill Trump? You believe them? Oh no, their wheelchair will limit them? Oh my God. Maybe you guys should have saw that about my mental health disorder. That limits me from being able to actually follow through with anything so fucking devious and like depraved as killing someone. Maybe it's just my mental awareness, not my disorders, you fucking idiots. Anyway. Oh, yes, Sammy B. Activity, thank you. I says, I wouldn't bring him on this platform because people would contact him and his family. Keep him off YouTube. But what you don't know is that he already knows that he's going to get contacted through anything, any type of media, any type of like social media or anything. So he already knows. And his family does know a little bit about it because they did research me online. And that is precisely why I wanted to start making videos again, because it was embarrassing when I had to tell my mother-in-law, oops, yeah, sorry, that's not cool, is it? People talk shit. So, yeah. You're saying that these records are out there, these videos are out there, and you're worried that I might hurt your son or hurt your ex-husband, his dad. And you're saying that because of your perception, you're not around all the time. I am trying to show people what I do every day through the videos. If you haven't watched all of them in their entirety, what am I to tell you?
Stop watching your own videos. You're an idiot, man. I'm telling you, you look stupid in those videos.
You said it online more than once. You did have feelings behind it. You go from baby talk to slinging F word. Multiple personalities. That is not multiple personality disorder. I do not have multiple personality disorder or dissociative disorder. I have bipolar disorder. That is mood swing. That is my mood swing disorder. And the only time that my mood fluctuates is when I'm engaging with something or someone that traumatizes me or triggers the trauma. And that is why, precisely why, I am doing this and confronting this. Because I'm not going to let you people win. You will never win. Not at all. I'm showing you clearly that I'm going to beat you. I love you so much too. Okay, thank you. Dookie hole. Looks like somebody's got to get wiped. Which means, yeah, I've done 65 minutes of this. I should wipe my cat's dookie hole.